Hi, today we are going to be using the cubes method to solve word problems. So I have two that we're going to solve today. The first one, Victoria walked 5 blocks from her house to the bus stop. She rode the bus 7 blocks to the library. Later, she came back home the same way. How many blocks did Victoria travel in all? So first, we are going to do our step using cubes. So the C is to circle the key numbers. So we are going to circle 5 and 7 because those are our key numbers. The next, we are going to underline the question, which is asking how many blocks Victoria traveled in all. You see, because that is the question we are trying to solve. Next, we are going to box action words, which will help us determine which type of problem we are solving: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. So if we look in the question, it says, how many blocks Victoria traveled in all? So I'm going to box in all because that means that it's going to be all together. So that is going to mean we're going to do addition. So next we are going to evaluate the steps that we are going to take to solve this problem. And it's telling us that she walks 5 blocks, and then she rides the bus for 7 blocks. So then we would have to add that together to see how many blocks total she went to the library. So we would do 7 plus 5, which equals 12. And then it says she did the same thing on the way home. So then again, the 7 plus 5 would equal 12. So we are going to do it where we do 5 plus 7 equals 12 to solve. And then if we have to do it again, we know that the first time it took her 12 blocks. So we would do 12 plus 12, which equals 24. And that is the answer to the question. She traveled 24 blocks total in that day. And we would check it by solving and checking. So we checked to make sure that we got our numbers right. And yes, we did. All right. So for the next problem, Jack has 8 lollipops and Brittany has 7 lollipops. How many lollipops do Jack and Brittany have all together? So again, I'm going to circle the key numbers, which is 8 and 7. Next, we're going to underline the question, which is, how many lollipops do Jack and Brittany have all together? All right. The next step is to box our action words, which is usually in the question. And I'm going to say it's all together because that is showing us that we are going to be doing another addition problem. All right. So next we are going to evaluate the steps. If we want to add together if we're doing adding and we want to figure out how many they have all together, we would be taking 8 plus 7, which equals 15. So that would mean that they would have 15 lollipops total. And in order to check it, you would just make sure you did your numbers right and that you did your math right. And that is how we use the cubes method, is to just make sure we are understanding each part of the problem to make sure we're not missing any key points.